Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Samina. And today is a special day because we're unveiling an exciting breakthrough in thermal wave technology. So, for anybody watching right now who's suffering from joint discomfort or has some kind of disability related to your musculoskeletal system, we have some good news because we are going to reawaken your body's natural healing ability today by telling you and disclosing to you an amazing, amazing product by Life Farm. So, I want to give you some stats. About 1.71 billion people in the world suffer from musculoskeletal diseases or disabilities caused by the musculoskeletal system. And this is a huge figure. A lot of people in the world are suffering from disability because this particular system, the musculoskeletal system, deals with the locomotor system. So you're talking about your muscles, your bones, your joints, and your connective tissue. So there is a lot involved here. And according to research, almost like 150 diseases are related to the musculoskeletal system. And interestingly, the lower back seems to be a major concern for most of the people who are suffering from musculoskeletal disorders. And, our job today is to basically try to find solutions, because how will we be able to combat such a big condition, which is affecting almost over a billion people in the world, right? And we can say that the reason this is happening is because of the stem cells in your body, which now are not functioning the same way that they were before. So this is a degenerative disorder. Now, what are stem cells? Stem cells are actually undifferentiated cells in your body which have the potential to become any cell. It can become the nerve cell, the muscle cell, the heart cell, the skin cell. So you can imagine the importance of these stem cells. If there is any kind of disorganization, any kind of problem with their embryonic development, we can go through a lot of issues. This will cause some kind of a problem with especially the musculoskeletal system to the joints, because stem cells are also there to cause regeneration. They are causing, repair work in these joints. And when that doesn't happen, you lose your mobility, you lose the quality of life. So I also want to mention that the musculoskeletal disorders don't just affect older people. People have this misconception that younger people are exempt and there's no way that kids or people who are adolescent are going through any disorders like these. But according to research and study, it's interesting to understand that there are certain autoimmune diseases like juvenile arthritis, which can actually affect a young adult. And then what will happen is that this adult will not be able to get a job or go to work. So the stem cells, like I said, are the most important entity that you inherit when you are born. And they are there at your embryonic stage. And there are loads of them which have the ability to go wherever they want, and they can become specialized. But as you can see in this particular slide, as a newborn, you have gazillion cells. Now, as you are aging from your teenage to your 30s to your 50s, if you notice, the amount of stem cells is just becoming less. And why is that? What happens is every time a cell divides, there is some kind of loss that the cell goes through with its DNA, with its structural ability, right? So the cells start losing that ability to regenerate and to repair very soon. And we are left with these dormant cells, which are there, but they are of no use to us. This is when these dormant cells become more, and you go through an injury, which is a fall or a disease, a chronic disease, you will have no help at all from your stem cells. And now we have to basically find a solution. So this slide actually is a solution that has been found. But I personally, and many more people from my field, don't really love this solution. And the reason is that you have certain creams, gels, or even medications, some herbal products as well, which are there in the market, but they are not that effective. So let's look at the list. You've got glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate. I'm not going to say they are totally not useful, but the thing is, they give you relief, but it is temporary. And then you have the benefits of turmeric. And you know, I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner. And as a medical doctor who practices Ayurveda as well, I know that turmeric is anti-inflammatory. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And it's always good to sprinkle a little in your food, put it on your salad, or even make a turmeric drink. And it's very good for your body because it reduces inflammation. And it doesn't have side effects also. Now, you're also used to taking painkillers, because I have many clients, and the first thing they go to is the medicine cabinet, because when you are experiencing joint pain, discomfort, or a sprain, or you've had a fracture, you need a painkiller and you want immediate help. And I always believe in the help that we get from different modalities, which are there for you to pick and choose. But we are looking for something which is not giving you temporary relief. And here, all the things I cited are basically things which might have side effects. They might have an offensive smell as well, or they will interact with some other medication that you're on. So here is where you realize, this is what I have, but do I have a better solution? Do I have something better that I can resort to? So this is my favorite slide, because it's talking about what's exciting, what's new. And Life Farm is famous for that. Life Farm has always worked on research. And, they want to come up with what is latest in technology. And they give that to you, as you are our, amazing customers, and you people want the best. So they're keeping you in touch with stuff which doesn't have side effects, which doesn't have these interactions. And it's from sources which are really pure, accredited sources. Technology is also acceptable. And it's basically good for you, right? So in this slide, we are going to talk about the most important thing in our body, which we require, is growth factors. And if you remember laminine, that is one of our amazing products, where research has given us the ability to use a growth factor like fibroblast growth factor, FGF2. So fibroblast growth factor 2, we are already using in our supplements. So Life Farm decided that in this product that I'm going to reveal to you, we have added not one growth factor, but 2 more. And these are platelet-derived growth factor and the transforming growth factor beta 1. So we have 3 growth factors here now. And why are we using growth factors? And what are these growth factors? So growth factors are actually proteins. And these proteins produced by your body are going to go and sit on the surface of a cell. And there they get attached to that receptor. And once they do that, they trigger a cellular process of activity inside the cell to make the cell grow, to make the cell differentiate and become more viable, like to produce more tissues. So you need the growth factors. And these growth factors are important, because if they were not there, you would not be able to take care of so many body processes and chemical reactions. And these growth factors are important for us to stay disease-free as well, and make sure that there's repair done, there's differentiation happening, there's proliferation happening. And these growth factors are used in many diseases as well. So in research, growth factors are important, and Life Farm has 3 of them in this product that I'm going to reveal. So we have Cellnergy Wellness Power Cream right now. And this is our big launching pad today for the world's first topical solution used for a degenerative process. And there are many in the market, but this particular product is using 2 kinds of important technologies, or call it solutions. Now, the first solution is that it's using the thermal wave technology. Thermal wave technology is where you're using infrared rays, right? It's a wavelength and it has that penetrating power to go deeper than skin deep, and it's going to, work wonders. And then again, we are also using a proprietary blend of ingredients, which are basically going to go and reactivate your stem cells. They're going to work on the collagen. They'll work on the joints. They'll work on, different areas of your body where the supplement or the effect is required usually. But this particular cream is more viable and more quicker to work because it's a cream. And you know that our body's largest organ is the skin. So what better way to actually nourish or provide the solution than to put it directly on the largest organ of your body? So combining the proprietary bioactive growth factors plus this thermal wave technology and some other ingredients are going to reveal the power of Cellnergy Power Cream. So what is thermal wave technology? Here we have a cream that when you apply it, it's going to produce this heating effect on the location of the site. And it doesn't have any side effects when you apply it, which is amazing. And it also is using the infrared radiation technology that I told you about. You know that we have an electromagnetic radiation charge. So infrared is definitely a very powerful technology to use right now, which doesn't have these side effects as well. And the good thing is it improves or increases the blood circulation. So what happens when the blood circulation of an area increases? It increases the absorption of that cream more. So you are getting a larger and bigger effect because the blood vessels now are dilating. More blood is flowing into that area. And that by itself is so healing. When the blood supply comes, it brings oxygen with it. It brings nutrients with it. And so it has a great antioxidant effect also in those areas where the injury has taken place. Now, the benefit of infrared is so important, and also the benefit of the thermal wave technology. It is basically non-invasive. So you're talking about a drug-free solution here, and it's reducing the pain intensity, it's promoting relaxation, sleep, and you might actually decide that you don't need a bigger dose of a pain medication when you take something like this. And why is that happening? Because inflammation gets reduced when this cream is applied, and it relaxes the muscle. It is going to increase the production of collagen and also increases a cellular metabolism. And that is important because when your body or your natural healing ability is enhanced, then it is a very holistic and natural approach to healing. And remember, I always give you natural holistic approaches because that's what I love doing. I'm more with the preventative model than the curative. So I love this fact about this cream. This thermal wave technology has never been used the way that Lifefarm has actually introduced it in this particular cream. So remember when I started the presentation, I told you that this cream is full of beautiful ingredients. So what is this joint support blend that is part of the cream? So this joint support blend is going to help you combat degenerative disorders. And this Cellnergy Wellness Power Cream contains vitamin A, you have vitamin C, you have ceramide, hyaluronic acid, glycolic acid, lactic acid, and you also have arnica and hemp. So I'm going to explain it to you in such an easy way. And I want to tell you that out of all these ingredients I gave you, what's going to help my joint? Vitamin A, vitamin C, and the third one is going to be ceramide. Now, vitamin A is so important because it helps us with our skin issues, and it's like an amazing vitamin for the skin, and so is vitamin C. Vitamin A especially helps stem cell function. So the regeneration part of it, the rejuvenation, the repair, all that stuff. And also vitamin C for collagen production. You're all aware that, vitamin C plays a major role in many metabolic functions in the body, especially in collagen production. And then ceramide is a lipid, and this particular lipid is useful and helpful at that embryonic stage of a stem cell. So here the joint is getting that kind of support. Now, the second picture that you see is basically a picture of how we are going to increase collagen in our body. And you know that collagen is a very important part of our musculoskeletal system. It gives the structure to our musculoskeletal system and to the joints. And so it's important for the structural aspect. Now, what do we need? We need vitamin C for that, vitamin A as well, but also glycolic acid. So glycolic acid and lactic acid are going to increase your collagen production along with vitamin A and C. And then we have this picture, the third one. What are we going to provide the knee joint? Usually that joint is badly affected, especially if you were an athlete or when you reach your 50s and all, because, our body, the whole weight of our body is being carried by the hip joint and the knee joint. We need to give it support. But what happens is we don't take good care of it. And we also don't have a good diet. So we keep putting on so much weight. And then our poor joints have to really work hard. So here, what are we doing to help our joints? Now, you know that the joint is usually bones which are forming it, and there is a synovial fluid around the joint to give lubrication, to give mobility, flexibility. Now, this lubrication is important because when dryness happens in a joint, that's when the joint starts rubbing against itself. And that's when you need a joint replacement surgery. So you never want to reach that state. So the synovial fluid lubrication is important. And what helps it? Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is important to continue lubrication by producing the synovial fluid, and our joints are supple and they are able to move without getting dried up. How will we alleviate the joint aches and pains? And I have always believed in the power of arnica. Arnica is from the arnica flower. It's a homeopathic remedy, and it's been used since many years, thousands of years, for pain, and usually in the form of gels or capsules and also creams. So now you have a beautiful joint support blend, which is full of vitamins. It has hyaluronic acid to make sure that the mobility of the joint is there and it's supple. You have glycolic acid, lactic acid to produce extra collagen along with vitamin A and C. And you have arnica that in case that joint is suffering from some inflammation and there's pain, arnica is going to take care of that. So it's basically a win-win situation here. So whenever you use something, you always want to be mindful and aware of why you're doing something. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Here, I'm going to teach you about an action which is good. And this action is that you're going to use the Cellnergy Wellness Power cream, because look at the amazing benefits that this cream is capable of giving you. So it is using two kinds of solutions here, which I have been talking about as I've made this presentation. I talked about the thermal wave technology, the benefit of that. Now, the second thing was the stem cell activation, the regeneration of that stem cell, the repair of that stem cell, trying to make sure that the self-renewal of that stem cell is taking place through this. And then, of course, blood circulation through the thermal wave technology. When you increase that, you improve the wellness, you promote the cellular activities and all the other healing activities are happening there. Now, supposing you had a joint injury, the recovery is going to be assisted by this particular cream. We also have an amazing benefit that it will also help with your sleep and also helping you with relaxation. So with all the stuff that I just told you, what does it actually aim to achieve? It aims to literally bolster your joints and to achieve a healthy lifestyle. a lifestyle where you are active and you're energetic, you're agile, and you're able to achieve your goals with 100% power in your joints. How are you going to use this cream? So first of all, you need to know what to do with it. So you're going to open your nice little bottle there, and you will take out a nice generous portion and apply it on an area which is the most sore. And so you'll rub it on that, and then you will allow it to absorb completely. And after that, you have to be mindful of when are you going to reapply. So the good thing about this cream is that you can reapply as you go throughout the day. It doesn't have side effects. So if you feel like applying it off and on throughout the day, feel free to do that. And one of the good things that I love doing at night, I feel the neck takes the brunt of it all. So apply a little at the back of the neck and actually take it down a little more. So I'm talking about the upper part of the back, and you'll see the magic, because what will happen is you'll have a good night's sleep and you'll feel so relaxed. So this picture, I'm sure for all the people who are Life Farm customers and clients, you're familiar with a lot of products. So here I see Cellnergy Wellness, the tool that was launched recently by Life Farm, and it uses the terahertz technology. I'm sure you guys have it. And then, of course, laminine. I'm sure everyone has used laminine. So can you accelerate the process if you use the cream, the Cellnergy Wellness device, and also laminine? Well, the answer is yes. And we have a scientific team who's doing a research project also in order to get all the numbers for us. But at the time being, what I can tell you is that it works and it has shown incredible results. But we are also very sure that the cream by itself is very effective. But of course, you want to use things which synergize each other's effects. We always talk about enzymes, remember? So enzymes speed up a process. And here I'm looking at this slide and thinking that the enzymes are laminine and Cellnergy Wellness Tool, and they're trying to, in a way, improve or accelerate or increase the effects of the cream. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation that I made on Cellnergy Wellness Power Cream, and you are going to invest in your health by purchasing one today. It's so important to take care of our health and wellness and to actually be responsible for it, being in charge of your health. That gives you a lot of empowerment. And then you feel that your own body is also capable of healing and of making a difference. And the Cellnergy Wellness Power Cream does just that. And so in conclusion, all I'd like to mention is that people who have musculoskeletal disorders, they suffer from a lot of disability. It's time to take control of your health. And you need to take control by taking actions. And I have today provided you a solution where your own body is going to heal you, because you are going to give your body the tools, the ingredients, the technology, which will literally jumpstart certain things in your body at a DNA or cellular level. So I hope you'll follow this advice, and wishing all of you loads of love, tons of blessings. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay prosperous.